All right, Year 7. Today we're going to introduce a term you may have come across before. It's called factors. Factors are numbers which divide evenly into a number. All right? If I was to take the number 4, the only factors of 4 are 2, because 2 goes into 4 twice, and 1 and 4, because 1 goes into 4 4 times, and 4 goes into 4 one time. 3 is not a factor of 4. It doesn't go into 4. It's not a divisor. So you need to know factors, because we're going to use factors in a moment to look at some divisibility tests. I've just handed you this sheet. Here, in this table, we're able to tell what is divisible by 2. If the last digit is 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8, or it's an even number, we know it's divisible by 2. When it comes to 3, you can actually add all the digits together. And if the digits are divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. Okay? For 4, the last 2 digits form a number that is divisible by 4. Now we know this partly because 100 is divisible by 4, and so then it just starts again. That's why it's only the last 2 digits. For 5, well, it either ends in a 5 or a 0, because it's 10, 20, 30. Then it's divisible by 5. For 6, it's got to be divisible by both 2, so it's got to be an even number, and the sum of the digits have to add to something divisible by 3. So that's for 6. For 8, sorry, we don't have one for 7. It's too hard. But for 8, last 3 digits form a number divisible by 8. All right, the last 3 digits in that case. For question 9, the sum of the digits are divisible by 9. So you add all the numbers together, all the digits together, and you get a number divisible by 9. And 10, you should know that. Last digit is 0. Now that's a lot of information. I've given it to you in a little sheet, which you now have in your books and you can use. You'll notice on the sheet there's another one under 4 as well. I think that's a bit more complicated, so I'll leave it there. But what we want to do is some examples that show us how this works. So let's test if 2016 is divisible by 3. What was the test? Look at your sheet. What's the test for it being divisible by 3? Yes?
It is...
Look at your sheet. What does your sheet say? It tells you what to look for.
It's not divisible.
Why not? You've already worked it out. Why not?
Because 3 doesn't go into 2000.
You must have a much better brain than me, because I can't work that out off the top of my head. What does the sheet say? How do we know when something's divisible by 3? What does it say? Yeah.
It says the sum of the digits are divisible by 3.
Okay, so for 3, what we look for is 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 6. What does that add to? Yes?
It adds to
9.
9.
So according to our test, yes, 2016 is divisible by 3. All right? Normally I'd expect you to write that answer. What about 4? Look again. What's our test for 4? You just need to read it off that table for me. Yep.
The last 2 digits form a number divisible by 4.
Okay, so we just take the 16. And if the 16 is divisible by 4, then it's divisible by 4. Is 16 divisible by 4?
Yes.
Yes, because it equals 4. So that one does as well. What about 6? What was our test for 6? What's it got to be divisible by? 2 and 3. Right, we've already proved for 3 it's divisible. What about for 2? Yes, because it's an even number, isn't it? So therefore, yes. What about 8? What was the test for 8? Read it off the sheet. Yep.
Last 3 digits can be divided by 8.
The last 3 digits. Now in this case, our last 3 digits are 16. Is that divisible by 8? Yeah, because it equals 2, doesn't it? So all of them are divisible by 8. Notice that we haven't asked you to work any one of these out. You could, for example, to just double check, I could do 3 into 2016. 3 goes into 2, 0 times, carry the 2. 3 into 20 goes 6 times with 2 left over. 3 into 21 goes 7 times, and 3 into 6 goes twice. Yes, it is. But if I know my test, I can get there quicker than doing that. So it's worth learning these tests. You've got it on the sheet. You're going to do some practice now that'll help you remember them, hopefully. Go back to the sheet to see whether the numbers you come across are divisible by that number.